Here we are again on Planescape Torment. Sad story, short sad story. I fully recorded an episode 3 yesterday, but something in the engine of the enhanced edition doesn't work well with the recording software, so it was a huge still frame with me talking over it. Alright, the face cam was working fine, the game was... Instead of me moving around, it was just a still frame. And I think, if memory serves, this already happened with Baldur's Gate. So I think there is something in this engine that doesn't work well with OBS. Anyway, since I had to re-record everything, I decided to try the path of non-violence. So, in episode 2, when we got upstairs, we said the wrong thing to a dustman, and the violence started. So I went back down, had myself killed by a huge skeleton, and I awoke again here on my slab. So now the alarm is gone off, and I hope we can restart. See, they are non-hostile now. Hope I can see stuff again. So I still have one of these, so let's try these guys.
Done.
See what we have. Nothing. Hatchet? Yes. No, hammer. That's an hammer, right? Hammer. Good. See, they're not hostile, which is good. Number 1146 is carved into the forehead of this walking corpse. Its lips are sewn together with coarse black thread. The entire body is covered with horrible scars, worse even than your own, as if its owner has been burned to death. Its nose, ears, and several digits are missing, presumably charred away in some long-ago conflagration. As you block its path to get its attention, it stops and gazes at you with vacant eyes. Doesn't respond. Good. Dustman? This pale-faced man is dressed in long dark robes. He has a slight musty smell about him. His expression is blank, and he seems to absorb in his duties. Greetings. He slowly turns and his eyes flicker to your robes. Greetings, fellow initiate. So, as far as my understanding goes, if we start asking who are you or what is this place, they get suspicious. So let's go ask something else. Did you know someone named Farrod? The name, the dustman pauses for a moment. That name sounds familiar. I seem to recall a collector by that name. Dal the Scrivener might know him. Good. We're not going to go deeper here, asking what a collector is, who Dal is. Other questions? I'm missing a journal. Have you seen it? A journal? I have not seen one. Alright. I must take my leave. Farewell. Oops. So in the previous episode we killed everybody. So it's not great. Also, I'm still true neutral. Talk with the skeleton. This skeleton has either seen a great deal of combat or has fallen down one too many staircases. Both his arms and legs have been broken and rebuilt with the aid of leather straps and thin iron rods. The front of his skull bears the number 863, but the back of his skull is caved in, forming an empty cavity. You notice that someone has taken advantage of this and tucked a roll-up piece of parchment inside the skull. We didn't find this with the violence path. Take the parchment. You slip the parchment out of the worker's skull. Oddly enough, it looks as if the skull cavity is intended to store messages. A tiny string is attached to the parchment from a hook bolted inside the skull, as if to keep the parchment from accidentally falling out. Unhook the string, take the parchment. You unhook the string and glance over the parchment. It looks like a reminder from one of the mortuary custodians. Judging from the note, this skeleton seems to be a walking messenger of sorts. As you take the second glance at the skeleton, you realize it has stopped in front of the slab because it can't figure out how to move past it. To read notes, alright, in the inventory. Show more. Examine the skeleton again. Nothing new? Sorry about taking the parchment, but I doubt you would have delivered it anytime soon. No reply. Let's see. One of these? The request for the pry bar, we already read that. Contact the necromancer responsible for raising contractual worker 42. No, he's examined the skeleton before, but I am certain the initial raising of the body was warped. The worker still responds to commands, but when it has completed the task, it resumes pacing the same circular pattern as it did before. Worker 42 exhibited the same walking pattern when a zombie decades ago. There may be a soul echo in the mirror of the skeleton age. Whatever the reason for his behavior, the matter is to be resolved or the worker replaced. So, was it you? Examine the skeleton carefully. Someone has taken care to bind the bones of the skeleton with alert straps. We already read this. Try and pry out the skeleton joint bolts. Whoa, Chief, that's vandalism. Those bolts are probably the only thing holding that bag of bones together. Necromancy only goes so far with the old fellas, you know? Oh, I didn't want to cause any permanent damage. Oh, it's not a problem, Morte says. Morte does a strange bobbing motion that you think might be a shrug. I wasn't sure if you knew about that or not. By all means, go ahead. Can we? Never mind. I'm wondering, is this skeleton 42? Or worker 42? I have to ask, are those broken bones from combat or from falling down? No reply. How about the skeleton, Morte? Will it do as a body? Morte studies the skeleton for a moment, then shakes his head. Nah, I need a fresher one than this. And something with a little more dignity. This one's all creaky and fractured. Alright. So, probably not this one. 42 was a zombie, maybe. Not a skeleton. Junk. I'm going to take other people's junk. Task list, charm. Now let's read the task list. Inspections. Collapsed bodies to be disposed of. They're going to recycle the bodies. Spare embalming charms. Sure. Now, we can put the charms here. Sorry. Do I have more? Those can go there. Fine. Nothing. Cloud charm. Container is locked. Do we have the pry bar? Yes. So let's use the pry bar.
Force it.
Open.
Bone charm, corpse fly, and money. So the bone charm, where is it? This is going here. This fly charm is going here. Oops. Take the rest. Old finger bone charm has been hollowed out and tiny symbols have been scratched on its surface. Snap it in two to activate it. Temporarily strengthen the user's skeleton and acts as a ward against breaks and fractures. Overall bonus to the armor class and additional resistance and aggression. Okay. So in case you don't know, I'm pretty bad at using consumables. I hoard them and I forget about them usually. You there, hold. I forgot about my disguise. The dustman regards you with a stony gaze. Are you lost? Because when we change our weapon, the disguise goes off. Are you lost? No. If you are not lost, what's your business here? I walk in one of the slabs in your preparation room. Do you speak in jest? Perhaps you would like to share it with the guards. Oh, come on. The dustman takes a step back. She looks like she's about to summon the guards. Snap her neck. We know that choosing summon them is going to create chaos all around, so snap her neck. You are not fast enough. The dustman dodges you as you lunge for her. Taking a step back, she claps her hands together sharply 3 times. In response, a great iron bell, that's the one we were hearing, starts tolling around on the mortuary. Alright then. You know what? We're going to run away. So I'm going to show you how this is done. How you reset this. You go down. Then you go down again.
Done.
There is a central room here.
All right.
With huge skeletons. You have yourself killed by them. No, Morte. Me. You have to kill me. Go.
Damn it.
Damn.
My jaw is hanging on by a thread. Could you give me a hand here?
Die. Don't let it end like this.
Good. We die.
Oh.
We wake up again on the slab. Because we are some kind of undead.
Done.
Now, I don't know if I can raise Morte some way.
All right.
So Morte is there, just there, dead. Good. Let's put this on and not forget. Go up again. Our friend is still here. I think we can raise him somewhat. Nothing. 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 Talk to them. The skin of this female corpse is heavily tattooed with intricate patterns. The skin of her brow has been peeled back so that the number 1148 could be chiseled into the skull beneath. Her mouth has been sealed shut with thick rough stitching. Nothing. The dustman is not going to tell us anything. Mummified corpse. This corpse's slightly misshapen head appears to be held together by a number of narrow metal bands bolted directly onto the skull. A rusty iron plate over his left eye has the number 475 etched into it. Its mouth is bolted shut, and it reeks of embalming fluid. Nothing. One of those has to be number 42, I guess. This is the furnace. Let's try to talk to them. Greetings. Slowly turns. His eyes flickers. I have some questions. Journal? Nope. Farrod? Same. Collector? Collectors, they gather those who have died on the street of Sigil and brings them to the mortuary. The dustman pauses, then frowns. You're not from around here. Who are you? I'm a recent initiate. Forgive my ignorance. No. If you can't help me, I will find someone else who can. Farewell. The dustman seems suspicious. He looks like he's about to say something, then shakes his head slightly and returns to his duties. Alright. Close call. Nothing. Nothing. Worker. 832. Nothing. $310. Nothing. This is mighty strange. Ooh, more workers here. Let's see. Nothing here. So we fought through here. Where is the quick... There. $79. The corpse's meaty head was clearly severed at some point and hastily sewn back on. Several different sets of stitching, all in various states of unraveling, seems to indicate that the head is constantly being knocked back off and reattached during the course of this work. The number 79 has been cut into this temple, circumscribed by a fanged circles that appears to have been branded in his forehead. Examine the fanged circle. The fanged circle looks like it was branded on the corpse's forehead long ago, presumably before it died. It might be a religious icon of some sort of a rite of passage. You notice that one of the recesses between the inner fangs has a small triangle within it, as if it has some special significance. Interesting. How did the mark get there, corpse?
Updated my journal.
The corpse makes no reply. It looks like it is too far gone to answer any of your questions. Leave the corpse in peace. Found a strange fanged circular symbol on the forehead of Zombie 79. For some reason, the mark struck me as important, but I don't know why. Huh. This looks to be the corpse of a well-aged, even ancient woman. Aside from the embalming fluid's link, the stitches sealing her mouth and the number 679 stitched onto her right cheek, it is likely she looks only slightly different now than she did in her final years. Nothing. Not great. So I don't know if we're going to have the same problems.
Done.
There's nobody here, which is strange. Oh, Suego. You see a tired-looking man in a black robe. His narrow face is extremely pale, and it doesn't look as if he has been sleeping. His shoulders are slumped, and the flesh sags loosely beneath his bloodshot eyes. He looks so lost in thought that he doesn't even notice you. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
Greetings. The man turns to face you and makes a slight bow. You suddenly notice that his eyes aren't bloodshot so much as they have a red tinge to them. I'm Suego. How may I help you? I had some questions. Halfway through your comments, Suego's lips suddenly peel back, revealing a row of dirty, sharp teeth, and he leans in, sniffing you. Why in the hell are you sniffing me? Your clothes, these robes, the smell of another, they are not yours. Suego's lips seal into a strange smile, and his eyes gleam with an almost feral light. Who are you? So, in this game, in order to be lawful good, as I'm trying to do, we have to tell the truth. So, I only took these robes so I could live in peace. I woke up on one of the preparation rooms upstairs. You seem surprised. You woke up on one of the slabs upstairs? Yes, I know this is hard to believe, but it's the truth. I woke up on one of your slabs upstairs. Really? Dustman scrutinizes you. You do look like you've been prepared. I don't know how you would have survived such pain. Are you in pain? You look it. How would I have gotten here in the first place? Well, Suego squints. He seems confused. Obviously a mistake has been made. Either you were brought here by blood relatives, other dustmen, or... Suego suddenly hisses, as if an unpleasant thought has just occurred to him, or one of the collectors. Yes, collectors. Packs of scavengers that bring the bodies of the dead to us. They may have thought you dead, Suego hisses and his eyes gleam, and they are so copper blind they wouldn't have cared to check before delivering you here. Suego studies you. It is fortunate you awoke, or you may have reached the true death before your time. Then there's been a mistake, and I like to live now. Suego nods, and the corner of his mouth twitches. Why? Of course. Let me open the front gate for you.
I feel stronger.
That's it? Very well, the front gate is now locked, but you cannot re-enter. Can I ask some more questions? I'm not going to snitch out the guy in disguise. If I may ask, are you alright? You look tired. Suego manages a weak smile. In the corners of his mouth twitch slightly. I have recently taken ill. Minor fevers, nothing more. Sometimes they make sleep difficult. Anything I could do? Suego shakes his head. No, thank you for your concern. I will endure. He frowns slightly. Was there something else you wanted? Yes. You know someone named Parrot? Parrot? Of course I know him. He frowns and his eyes gleams red. A ghoulish man, no respect for the dead, and even less for the living. He's a scavenger, a collector. We know what a collector is. Do you know where I can find him? I know he resides in the hive, the slums outside the mortuary, but I do not know exactly where. Some of the other collectors may know if they'll talk to you. Other questions? I'm missing a journal. Have you seen one? A journal? Seems confused. No, I have not seen one. Other questions? Never mind. Alright, so we leveled up, which is good. Level up. Saving throws improved, fighting skills improved. 1 characteristic point and 10 hit points. So I'm going to take 16 innings. Or charisma. No. I'm going to check that later. If I can exit from here. I must spend my points. I can't exit here. Alright. Alright. So let's go int. I guess. Then let's check the rest. This doddering corpse has had its eyes sewn shut, as well as his mouth. The number 732 is carved into his brow. The threadwork that keeps its ocular cavities sealed looks extremely old. You wonder if the eyes were sewn shut before or after the man's death. You notice he is carrying a huge tome in his hands and is tucking it somewhere. Take the tome from his hands carefully. You carefully take the tome from the corpse's hands. It doesn't seem to notice. The tome appears to be a book of enchantments and words. It is filled with diagrams and charts detailing various aspects of the necromantic arts. The book itself is extremely heavy. As awkward as a zombie is, it must be extremely strong. Nothing more. Sorry about taking that book from you, it just looked too interesting to pass up. Nothing. So, we have this book. Particular interest is the section regarding guardians. Apparently the dustmen animate corpses of fallen giants to serve as guardians for the mortuary. Interesting. Nothing here. Anything else? Big slab. You see a male corpse with the number 331 chiseled into his skull. His eyes and lips are stitches closed, and there is a gaping hole torn in his throat. He smells foul. Something? No. Doesn't react. Another dustman. Heavy barred gate. Odd symbol. Screaming skull with sharp blades. This reanimated male corpse has the numbers 1041 carved in his forehead. Despite its taunt, desiccated flesh, it's apparent that this feature once had a rather exotic cast to them. The zombie's lips have been stitched closed, most likely to prevent him from moaning incessantly, and he smells strongly of formaldehyde. Nothing. Let's see if he has something different to say. Journal. No. Alright. Another giant slab. This woman's corpse pauses and is trudging about you approach. As you approach, you notice the number 114 is carved into her forehead. Her mouth has been sewn shut, but the threading is slowly coming loose and faint moans issue from between her lips. Nothing. Alright, this is closed. Let's go in here. Those are the giant skeletons. Hatchet? So I'm not going to change my weapon now, or I'm going to lose my robe, my disguise. The plaque on this beer says, "Here lies Deionarra." Huh. As you see a striking beauty ghostly form before you, her arms are crossed and her eyes are closed. She has long, flowing hair, and her gown seems stirred by some ethereal bliss. As you watch, she stirs slightly and her eyes flicker. Greetings.
You! What is it that brings you here? Have you come to see firsthand the misery you have wrought? Perhaps in death I still hold some shred of use for you, my love.
My love? Do I know you? The spirit makes a begging motion with her hands. How can it be that the thieves of the mind continue to steal my name from your memory? Do you not remember me, my love? The ghost stretches out her arms. Think. Her voice becomes desperate again. The name Deionarra must evoke some memory within you. No, I'm sorry, my memories are lost to me. And it is as I feared. I am truly lost to you. And what was once an inconvenience for you, you now have the excuse to discard me as you have my memory. My memories are no more. I think I feel... inconvenience, discard you, I do not know you, spirit. My memories are no more. Tell me, who are you? What do you know of me? You are one both blessed and cursed, my love. And you are one who is never far from my thoughts and heart. Blessed and cursed, what do you mean? The nature of your curse should be apparent, my love. Look at you. She points at you. Death rejects you. Your memories have abandoned you. Do you not pause and wonder why? I'm still trying to get my bearings, actually. What else can you tell me about myself? I know that you once claimed you loved me and that you would love me until death claims us both. I believe that, never knowing the truth of who you were, what you were. And what am I? I cannot. She suddenly freezes, and she speaks slowly, carefully, as if her voice frightens her. The truth is this. You are one who dies many deaths. This death has given the knowing of all things mortal. And in your hand lies the spark of life and death. Those that die near you carry the trace of themselves that you can bring forth. As Deionarra speaks the words, a crawling sensation wells up in the back of your skull. You suddenly feel compelled to look at your hand. As you lift it up and look at it, you can see the blood coursing sluggish through your arm, pouring into your muscles and in turn giving strength to your bones. What?
Updated my journal.
And you know Deionarra is right. You suddenly remember how to coax the demon spark of life from a body and bring it forth. The thought both horrifies you and intrigues you. You have remembered how to raise others from the dead. Special abilities. I had other questions. What is it you wish to know? Who are you? Already said this. I think I feel the stirrings. Oh, at last the fates show mercy. Even death cannot chase me from your mind, my love. Do you not see? Memories shall return. Tell me how I can help you, and I shall. Who am I? Already said. Where I am. What are you? Why, you are here with me, my love. As in the times when life was something both of us shared. Notice the eternal boundary that separates us. Eternal boundary? Deionarra sounds saddened. It is a barrier I fear you shall never cross, my love. It is the barrier between your life and what remains of mine. I see. I need to escape this place. Can you help me? As you're about to ask Deionarra the question, it catches in your throat. It occurs to you that if you tell her how you're looking for an escape route, she may feel you're abandoning her. If you're going to ask her how to leave, you need to be delicate about it. Deionarra, I am in danger. Can you guide me to a place of safety? I shall return as soon as I can speak to you again. In danger? Deionarra looks concerned. Of course, my love. I will aid you any way I can. She closes her eyes for a moment, and then you watch as an ethereal zephyr passes through her body, stirring her hair. After a moment, the zephyr dies, and her eyes slowly open. Perhaps there is a way, yes? Good. I sense that this place holds many doors shuttered from mortal eyes. Perhaps you could use one of these portals as a means of escape. Portals are holes in existence, leading to destination in the inner and outer planes. If you could find the proper key, you could escape through one of them. We know about this. Key? Deionarra pauses for a moment, as if attempting to remember. Portals will reveal themselves when you have the proper key. Unfortunately, these keys can be almost anything. An emotion, a piece of wood, a dagger of silvered glass, a scrap of cloth, a tune you hum to yourself. I fear that the dustmen are the only ones who would know the keys you could use to leave the holes, my love. I see. I shall return. Farewell. Hold a moment. I learn much when I travel with you, my love, and what you have lost, I have retained. I have not divulged all that I know of you. My sight is clear, whilst you fumble in the darkness for a spark of thought. And what is it your sight sees that I do not? Time itself relaxes its hold as the chill of oblivion shows claims us, my love. Glimpses of things yet to come swarm across my vision. I see you, my love. I see you as you are now. And Deionarra grows quiet. What is it? What do you see? I see what lies ahead of you. It ripples through the plains. Stemming outwards from this point, I shall speak of what I see. Tell me. First, I require promise. Promise you will return, that you will find some means to save me or join me. Make vow. I swear I will find some means to save you or join you.
This is what my eyes see, my love, unfettered by the shackles of time. You shall meet enemies 3, but none more dangerous than yourself in your full glory. They are shades of evil, of good, and of neutrality, given life and twisted by the laws of the plains.
Continue.
You shall come to a prison built of regrets and sorrow, where the shadows themselves have gone mad. There you will be asked to make a terrible sacrifice, my love. For the matter to be laid to rest, you must destroy that which keeps you alive and be immortal no longer.
Alright, so I will have to make a sacrifice, destroying what keeps immortal.
I know that you must die while you still can. The circle must come to a close, my love. You were not meant for this life. You must find that which was taken from you and travel beyond, into the lands of the dead.
Die while I still can?
Updated my journal.
I do not doubt your ability to rise from the dead. I do believe that every incarnation weakens your thoughts and memories. You claim you have lost your memory. Perhaps it is a side effect of countless deaths? If so, what more will you lose in successive deaths? If you lose your mind, you will not even know enough to realize that you cannot die. You shall truly be doomed. Countless deaths? How long has this been going on? I do not truly know, except that it has gone on long enough. Farewell.
I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
She smiles, but there is only sadness in it. She closes her eyes, and with an ethereal whisper she fades. Alright, we got something out of this. I still don't know... Alright, done. This is the portal. I don't know... Was this the crooked fingers we need? Not sure. Now, I should try to... I have a special ability now. Raise dead. Ah, 3 of them, though. To raise Morte. Here it is, conveniently.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Can you read to me what's tattooed on my back again? What is this place again? Who are the caretakers? Nothing at the moment, Morte. Just checking to see if you were still with me. Alright, alright. Dustman, Dustman. Skeletons. We're going to try something here. My guy is almost dead. Destroyed. He's already dead.